Hi guys. Happy Thursday. I know today's Thursday. I hope everybody's doing good though. And yeah, I just wanted to hop on and say hi, I guess, and wish you guys a good day. I was thinking about yesterday, like whenever I was talking about the drugs and stuff, like I was thinking like I could have, like, all the stuff I went through, like I could literally just said forget it and just did drugs and just said forget my life. But I didn't. One reason is because I have kids. And I didn't want to just give up, and another reason was because maybe at the time I didn't know that. At the time I used to blame myself a lot, like maybe it's me with a lot of things, and I couldn't really stand myself back then. But as I grew and stuff, I realized it was never me. It wasn't my issue. I wasn't the issue, pretty much. So I didn't want to hurt myself because how other people were, you know. So I chose to just work on myself pretty much. And instead of becoming a victim of my past, I just decided to work on myself and become a better version of myself. And it actually worked out better for me than playing the victim. Like back in the day, I used to play the victim. Like I would feel like a victim, so I would just cry a lot and stuff. But that didn't really get me anywhere. But once I went on my own journey and just, they were saying I was on drugs and all that and whatever. I know there was a lot of other stuff, but not even to prove them wrong. I just did the opposite of what they were saying because I didn't want to be what they were saying that I was, because I know I wasn't that, So I didn't let them change who I was, and I didn't become who they wanted me to become. And because of that, I was able to evolve and be in tune with my higher self, pretty much. And by me doing that, I actually gained more wisdom and more insight on who I truly am and what I'm capable of. And if I had turned to drugs, I would have never known that, So I know I'm not perfect, so I continue to work on myself, to be honest with you. And by me working on myself, it just helps me evolve even more. And then I find out more information the more that I get. The more I evolve, the more information I receive. And so it's good to, I would think it's good to just work on yourself and not let certain toxins into your body, or even toxic people. Don't be associated with them because they can bring toxicity into your life to where you actually become toxic to yourself, and you don't really want that. So by me actually working on myself instead, I found out a lot of information about life in general that I didn't even know. Like I didn't even grow up on it, I wasn't even taught, But a lot of people probably don't even know it because they just don't. It's like a mystery. But the only way that you actually will understand it is that if you actually apply it to your life and become improve yourself pretty much and work on yourself and don't hurt your body or soul. And no matter how hard the situation is, just know that there's always a solution. That's what I used to say a lot back in the day, and I still do it, because no matter how hard my situation was, and it was pretty hard, I always found out solutions to a lot of my problems, majority of them. So even if it was hard, there's something will always happen to where I'll be okay. And that's because I didn't let it bring me down, you know, and I knew that there's always a way around it, no matter how hard it was. So by me doing that, I was able to evolve. And I was able to actually, and it's crazy because like the information I receive, or I just have a deep knowing, and but like the more information I receive, it all makes sense because I actually experienced it in my life. And the only way I experienced it was because I actually didn't give up on myself, and I continued to work on myself. So the information I receive, I know is true because I actually lived through it. And I am living through it. So I know it's true. And it makes sense. And it's nothing that I actually grew up on. So I'm just like, what? And I think I get more information because I continue to work on myself regardless of my situation. Like, I don't like when people, like, I do not like playing the victim. I used to back in the day when I was younger, probably, but not anymore. And I refuse to be a victim of my past. So, like, even when other people look at me and be like, oh, I feel bad for you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're in a situation that's horrible. I don't even feel that way about myself, so it makes me feel awkward when people feel that way for me, because it's like I don't consider myself as a victim. I consider myself as a winner. What is it, victor? I don't know. Whatever you guys want to call it. So yeah. It's pretty crazy. Hi. 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 So yeah, I just don't, it's kind of, I don't feed into that, so, because I know that whatever I go through or whatever my situation is gonna and be improved, because that's just how I am, and I refuse to let anything keep me down or bring me down. So, and I was always like that. I always had it inside me. Even back in the day, I was always like that. And I think that's the only reason why I made it. I made it is because I always had that mentality. Like, no matter what, I'll get through it. Like, literally, like, no matter how busy I was, no matter how bad people talked about me, or, you know, said certain things to me. Like, I literally had someone tell me, like, they're like, I'm gonna make sure that your life is a living hell and you get everything taken away from you, and I will make sure of it. I'm gonna make sure of it. And I just looking at them like, why would you say that to me? And they're like, she's like, I'm gonna make sure that it happens, so you really would have nothing but yourself, and you won't have your kids and nothing, and I'm gonna make sure of that. For no reason. I was just like, that's evil. So it made me sad at the time, but I could have literally listened to it and just been like, okay, I'm horrible, like I'm never gonna have anything or anybody, you know. But instead, I just left the situation and I continued to work on myself, and I ended up gaining things that I didn't have before. And I don't know, I just I'm glad I didn't listen to it, you know. And I'm glad I didn't give up on myself, because I could have easily given up on myself, and I didn't. So it's good to keep working on yourself no matter what. And I'm not perfect, so I still work on myself to this day. So there's things I work on too, and I just don't go towards drugs or hurting myself or my body, because it's not gonna help me in the end. Like, I remember this guy, I heard this guy, he was talking, and I overheard him talking, and he was, like, saying certain things, like, I heard him say, he said, he was like, I know God's upset with me because I keep messing up each lifetime. And he's like, I know I'm gonna mess up this lifetime, but I know he's gonna be angry with me, but I'm gonna have to come back and try to be right next time. And I just sit there like, what? But I'm like, okay, so yeah, you can do that, but it's like, how would you know you're gonna have the same form next lifetime? You might come back as an animal or something, you know, which will make it harder for you, you know? Or you just don't know what you're gonna come back as next time, or what type of situation you're gonna be in, right? So it's like better for you to actually work on yourself now and try to be better, and try to work through your egos and pretty much kill your ego and work on your soul, you know? It's better to do that than betting on next lifetime, because you don't know what card you're going to be dealt next lifetime. So it's like, why not work on yourself now, you know? So, and some people, they may they'll probably, like, a lot of people probably think like committing suicide will actually help, you know? But in reality, it's like, okay, you can commit suicide, but just to escape your suffering, to be free. But then when you do that, it only makes it worse for your actual soul, right? Because no matter if your body dies, your soul still lives, because your soul is always immortal, right? And so if you commit suicide, your soul's going to be stuck here on this plane, and you're going to be here on this earth. You're not going to be free to go anywhere. You got to still learn through your lessons. So it's like, don't you want to, would you rather be in a body to learn through it, or would you rather be your soul and try to get to the next level, you know? Because you're not going to be able to be free. You're just going to be stuck here. It kind of reminds me of that movie, Ghost, where he passed away, but his soul was still here. But he chose not to go to the light. But like how he was stuck on the earth, right? But that's kind of what happens, like, whenever you commit suicide. It's like your soul will still be here because you didn't learn the lessons, you know? And so you're kind of stuck. And people fail to realize that. They think that they're going to be free if they commit suicide, and it's not true. So it's like better to work on yourself while you have the chance. In my eyes, I don't know. Everybody's different, so as I keep saying, so you know how that goes. But yeah, I remember him saying that, and I was just looking at him like, actually, I wasn't looking at him. I was just around. I was just like, what? That's weird. But I literally learned a lot just by working on myself and being in tune to my higher self, and I'm gonna keep working on myself, and the more I do, the more information I get. So it's wish fulfillment for me. And no matter what situation, like, I'm still happy because I'm happier than I was back then in that situation, and I'm just happy I was able to overcome it and stay away from it. And the more that I was able to do that, the more life I received within myself. It feels like I feel like myself again. So I don't feel drained. So yeah, I was thinking about that because I was talking about the drugs yesterday, and that does nothing for you either. So it's like, I could have went that route, but I decided not to. I knew that everything's gonna work out eventually, so I just kept it pushing. As I keep saying, no matter your situation, there's always a solution. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'm probably gonna be off of here and go finish doing my thing. So I love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.